ho sbagliato, ho fatto partire Black Ops 4. Ma che cazzo. Oh, il Battle Royale Blackout è morto, completamente.
Non ci capisce nessuno.
Ah. Anche perché hanno tolto il singolo, adesso ci sono quelle due modalità lì, tipo fumetto.
Oh! Sì!
Eh,
È presente il bundle gratis che ti danno ogni tanto?
sì, sì.
Ho trovato dentro il progetto
Mm.
dell'MP5 con sta skin qua, che è quella che ho trovato anche sull'account di Lupo, che è fighissima. Aspetta, la mando su Discord. Che la volevo anche qua e non la trovo mai. Adesso me l'è andata. Bella.
Ah, sì, sì, ce l'ho anche io questa.
Oh, finalmente.
Minchia.
No, ti giuro, la volevo troppo.
Dai. Un po' di movimento, va. Allora, aspetta, invito. Allora, lol. Vieni in gruppo. Dove
Arrivo.
sei? Aspetta, dai, partecipa alla partita. Entro io.
Ma perché non... Ok. Ok, ci sei.
Ah,
Normale.
sì, si fa normale, ma tu quali modalità hai? Tutte?
Poi tolgo attacco informatico.
Sì, no, togliete che informatico, lì quella
Tolgo
notturna.
cerca e distruggi. Tolgo uccisione confermata. Tolgo.
Quella mi sta sul cazzo perché io muoio sempre per andare a
Ok.
prendere le piastrine. No, lasciala, lasciala, perché devi imparare
Ok.
a fare i cazzi miei. È vero, eh?
Cattura la bandiera. La tolgo perché fa cagare.
Bah,
Soltanto andare avanti. No, è soltanto andare avanti e
a
indietro
me,
con la bandiera. Basta.
a me quella non piace, quella modalità, sinceramente.
Infezione tolgo. Giocare tolgo. I 10v10 li tolgo anche quelli. Sì, dai.
No, no, lascia, lascia.
Dai, i 10v10 sono un casino.
Beh,
Tutta la gente che campera nelle case, nelle mappe
allora
giganti, dai.
toglilo, fa come vuoi. Sei tu il leader.
Fatto. Devo giocare con l'M13 che l'ha un potenziato. Ha un potenziato l'attacco.
Ah,
Cioè il danno.
io con l'M4 faccio da matto.
No, ma guarda che adesso sono sullo stesso livello.
Oppure la carabina, mamma mia, quando mi piace. Però nelle mappe piccole è difficile.
Credimi che l'M13 ha potenziato l'attacco, il controllo del rinculo
Glad.
orizzontale.
Ma
E...
che
What?
tag hai?
Gladiators.
Ah, è vero. Bisogna che la cambi anche io allora. La devo aggiungere. Io sono rimasto a EGC.
No, tu non hai niente.
No, vabbè, in questo no, però nel Black Ops 4.
Ah,
Minchia, ti ricordi le fraggate la sera?
mamma mia. Ma anche sul Battle Royale, a me manca un botto. Non
Mamma
vedo,
mia.
cioè non vedo l'ora se lo mettono
No!
davvero che lo metterà.
Oddio, questo mi sta sulle palle.
Io ti giuro non ho messo solo shipment. No, a me
Questa,
piace.
questa non la sopporto.
A me piace. Quando fai 90 kill a partita
E sti cazzi
perché
muoio
trovi la
90
gente
volte.
scarsa,
Ah, beh,
è bello.
se la trovi.
No, no, vabbè. Non è così difficile però.
quanto l'odio sta mappa.
Muovi.
Abbiamo presi la postazione.
No, c'è dietro la termite.
Lo so.
No, comunque lì sotto sta mappa si fa proprio col culo.
Guarda che
vediamo
roba.
dove sei te.
Ma che cazzo. Cioè,
What? Ma quando è che hanno preso il colpo qua? Come elicottero d'assalto nemico? Ma chi l'ha preso? Non sono manco arrivati alle kill necessarie.
minchia.
Oh. Grazie. Come Jugger? No, 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 no. No. Dove sta camperando sto qua? Dai, ma non si può andare là perché c'è il Juggernaut, ma che fare? No, no, no!
Guarda che roba, porca puttana.
Fatta così,
Mappa di
sta
merda.
mappa.
Che mappa di cazzo.
Oh, l'hanno ucciso Juggernaut. Dai! Un lanciarazzi.
Siete alle palle. Porca puttana.
Dai!
Dio boia. Guarda che roba. Non si capisce un cazzo. Non riesco neanche a
No, no, ma
respawnare.
non devi. Ah no, non devi manco andare lì in mezzo quando.
Ok, ma
Dai!
guarda che roba. Ma finisce sta mappa di merda. Quanto manca? Sto schifo. Non li vedo, porca puttana.
Dai! Vabbè. Hanno messo l'attacco grappolo e il gioco ci fa spawnare sotto l'attacco grappolo. Cioè, ma in base a quale lo cazzo io.
alla postazione.
Dai! Porca troia!
Ma non finisce sta mappa di merda. Quanto cazzo
Dominio e... Dovrebbe mancare molto comunque.
Cioè, te guarda questo da cazzo campo, non vedo tutta le
Lancia razzi, impatto diretto, Dio buono, Dio buono, Dio buono, Dio buono. 30 secondi.
Oh. Mamma mia, che delirio!
Devi sopravvivere.
Guarda, guarda, questo qua cos'è che fa? Appena spawnato lancia razzi. Ah.
Dio boh, guarda che roba. Minchia, un ottimo risultato.
Ma a me sta mappa piace, però ho giocato così con sta gente, no.
No, a me proprio fa schifo.
No, è la gente, sennò che
No,
siamo
non si
un
capisce un
pochino
cazzo,
più...
dai.
Aspetta, ma io ho tolto... Un attimo.
Respawni in mezzo al casino lì, dai. Oh, ma te è PUBG, ce l'hai?
No, non ce l'ho.
Dio boh, uno come te non c'è PUBG.
No. Oh, Azir Cave.
Balcone a sinistra. Dominio. Catturate e difendete gli obiettivi. Stiamo prendendo Alfa. Abbiamo preso Alfa.
Ah, devo giocare con il card.
Aiuta la squadra presso. Abbiamo perso Bravo. Prendiamo B. Bravo in mano nostra. UAV alleato solo. Avvio scansione radar.
No, da dietro, da dietro.
Davanti, davanti.
Tutte le parti, tutte le parti.
Sì. Purtroppo sì.
Perdiamo B. Siamo avanti. Serve
Dai.
Abbiamo due obiettivi. Abbiamo
Vaffanculo, che palle.
radar personale nemico in volo.
Vabbè, poi con chi stiamo parlando? Di gente che gioca con i radar personali perché non è capace di fare una kill in più per prendersi... Non ci posso credere, mi sono suicidato con la granata, santo Dio, che coglione. Pure qua vengo sponchillato, cioè mi sembra di star su...
Aiuta la
su
squadra
shipment.
presso A. Prendiamo Charlie. Occupiamo quelle posizioni. Prendiamo Bravo. Controlliamo Charlie. UAV nemico. Popolo nemico. Stiamo prendendo Bravo.
Ma come cazzo mi ha ucciso?
Aiuta la squadra presso Charlie. Ne controlliamo 2. Beetle nemico in zona.
Ma perché? Ma santo Dio.
Controlliamo Alfa. Intervieni su C.
Usa una claim.
Abbiamo perso Charlie.
Occhio lì, E lì sul bicambello camperato a terra.
Prendiamo Bravo.
Da dove? Ma che cazzo? Già questo c'è l'elicottero.
Come dico?
L'aereo, che cazzo c'ha? C'ha
Dai, ma perché arrivano da C se noi abbiamo C? Non ha senso.
I nemici hanno preso Bravo. Perdiamo il controllo. Approvvigionamento nemico in arrivo.
Perché i nostri compagni stanno su C? Se C l'abbiamo già catturato.
Io porca
No,
puttana,
no.
Guarda, non lo so, boh, non lo so.
Stiamogli addosso.
Compagni camper di merda che non ti aiutano manco a pagarli. Guarda dov'era questo! Ah, santo Dio, devi giocare a nascondino.
Alfa, attendere. Prendiamo Alfa. Perdiamo C.
Nemico, ingresso del
Dio boh, tutte le perdiamo,
Obiettivi, riprendetevi. UAV nemico in volo.
stasera non
Nemico
va,
è a metà strada, forza. Prendiamo Alfa.
Ah, fanculo, sento un camping di merda, Dio
Controlliamo
buono.
Alfa.
Dai, andiamo a prendere B. Ma non muore Cristo!
In due, sempre in due, sono sempre in due.
Oh, guarda, Madonna.
UAV nemico. Bombardamento di precisione.
Oh, chi sono due? In B sono in due.
Prendiamo Charlie.
Ma non mi sto vedendo
Nemico
nessuno.
in zona. Occupiamo quelle posizioni. Radar per nemico in volo. Affrontate qualcuno. Prendendo Bravo.
Ma porca puttana, porca puttana, porca.
Ma mi scioglie, mi sciotta. Non è possibile. Senza mirare, mi ha shootato senza mirare, 3 colpi in testa con la MP5 senza mirare, va bene. Certo.
Missile cruise nemico.
3 kill ho fatto. Non è possibile.
Vaffanculo, succhiamelo.
Non è possibile.
Hanno 2 obiettivi. Stiamogli addosso. Prendiamo Charlie. UAV nemico in volo. I nemici prendono Alfa. Charlie in mano nostra. Attacco a grappolo nemico. Al riparo.
Secondo me non devo fare io le lobby.
Ma non ci credo, non ci prendono. Non lo so, dai. Sto sparando a book.
Mi ricarica quando non voglio, mi ricarica.
Abbiamo perso Charlie. UAV di scudo alleato attivo. Radar personale nemico in volo. Ha puntato qualcuno.
Che schifo di partita.
Oh, sono sempre in due. Sempre in due, mai una volta da soli, mai.
Non
Santo
possiamo
Dio.
mollare. Forza.
Nemico, ingresso della
Approvvigionamento
caserma.
alleato in arrivo.
La granata l'ha hittato, non gli ha fatto niente.
No, muori, brutto figlio della puttana. Guarda dov'è, porca puttana, porca puttana.
Prendiamo Charlie. Oggi è andata male.
Malissimo.
Ma non ci piangeremo addosso.
Poverino, il mio compagno stava prendendo un approvvigionamento. E sai che quando spari l'approvvigionamento non può prenderlo, no? Cioè, se uno ti spara all'approvvigionamento, tu non puoi. Ti si interrompe la barra di caricamento.
6-15.
14-23. Vediamo se Toto viene. È vero, mi ero dimenticato che nelle partite normali rispetto a come si dice? Quelle su shipment si fa soltanto un livello per partita e non tre.
Già che con questo gioco di merda ho spaccato il mouse nuovo.
Davvero?
Sì, sì. Gli ho dato una cricca una sera. C'ho i tasti che a volte si smontano. Ha preso un nervoso, guarda. A volte faccio certi match da paura, a volte faccio cagare proprio, guarda. Mamma mia, una roba fuori di testa. Indescrivibile. Come adesso, per esempio. Oh, questa mappa di solito vado sempre molto molto bene.
No, non devi che Piccadilly. Ah, ok, no.
No, è San
Sì,
Pietrogrado,
sì, sì,
no?
sì, è San Pietrogrado, esatto.
Oddio, che... Quartiere generale, mamma mia, questo mi fa schifo, guarda.
Difendete ogni quartiere. quartier generale appena attiva.
Lag.
Quartier generale identificato.
Lag. Dopo quanti mesi dall'uscita, con il ray tracing ancora crasha. Va bene.
Io il refreshing l'ho disabilitato.
Prendiamo
Vabbè, a me non
No!
cambia molto se lo uso no.
Eh?
A me non cambia molto se lo uso no. Cioè nel senso al posto di 144 ne faccio 110, 100.
Siamo al comando.
No, a me proprio non mi dice un cazzo.
Dopo non ti dice il cazzo. A parte magari per il-
Non è morto. Cioè, con la Claymore sotto le gambe non è morto.
Non possiamo mandare ancora.
Oh, zitto, che riesco ancora a partecipare. Oh, meno male.
Quartier generale disattivato. Preparati. Quasi finito qui. State pronti.
Ok, sono rientrato.
Nuova zona identificata.
Nemico, sala da biliardo.
Dove scappi, bello?
Guarda dove è camperato questo, nell'angolino sul tetto, mamma mia.
Stanno
Non ti
catturando.
fai cagare da solo.
Quartier generale perso.
Dio boh. In mezzo a 4.
Quartier generale conteso. Disattivazione quartier generale. Occhi aperti. Posizione sicura. Ok, pronti a muoversi. Nuovo quartier generale.
Ma è da dietro, cioè. Non è possibile però che devo sempre essere ucciso da dietro su sto gioco. Che palle. È una cosa.
Ma tu guarda la Madonna, come cazzo ha sparato.
Nemico, ristorante.
Quartier generale confermato. Prendiamo il quartier generale. Il quartier generale è nostro. Rinforzi non disponibili.
Non ci posso credere, cecchino di merda. Cecchino poi.
Ma porca puttana, porca puttana.
L'ha sciolto, figa.
Con la mitraglietta.
Generale contato. Il nemico disattiva il nostro quartier generale.
La Madonna, che cazzo è quello lì? Con quel pompa.
Ok, pronti a muoversi.
Canne muzze.
Sì, sì, ma dico.
Nuovo quartier generale.
Dai, devo aggiustarmi la mira, cazzo, c'è dentro di merda. E questo qua camperato qua nell'angolo, santo Dio, se rimane ancora lì. E niente, lui in testa, diciamo.
Quartier generale confermato. Siamo al quartier generale. Attendere.
Dove cazzo è?
Il quartier generale è
Dio buono!
Nemici al quartier generale. Difendetelo. Siamo a metà strada. Combattete. Hanno disattivato il quartier generale. 10 secondi al prossimo QG.
Dio buono, il compagno che mi spara, mi tira la granata dalla spina.
Quartier generale.
Io. Porca
Nemico,
madosca.
stazione dei tram.
Ma Dio buono!
Eh,
Sta cazzo di stordente!
Quartier generale. Prendiamo il
Ma io non capisco.
Aprimi la porta! Gioco di merda!
quartier generale.
Ti giuro lì che premevo F!
Difendete il quartier generale.
Tu ridi, però intanto non hai aperto la porta del cazzo, sono morto.
Secondi al prossimo. UAV alleato in sorvolo. Avvio scansione.
Tutti fenomeni la sera, eh.
Ma ne è davvero,
In volo. Nuovo quartier generale.
Ma da dove? Ma guarda sto camper figlio di puttana di una cerebrolesa mamma di merda.
Attacco a grappolo
È sopra.
nemico. Al riparo. Quartier generale attivo. Prendiamo
Cioè, vaffanculo!
stanno catturando il QG. Generale perso.
Cioè, sto coglione mi spara a me. E muori, porca puttana.
Quartier generale quartier generale sicuro.
Hai munizioni
10
per caso?
secondi al prossimo QG.
Sì.
Oh, davvero? Dove sei qua?
Dove sei?
Qua.
Come si droppano?
X.
Nuovo quartier generale.
X. X no, X c'ho il potenziamento.
Nemico.
Allora, se non c'è le potenziamento le munizioni, non puoi... Chiedevo quelle io.
Ah! No, no, io quello non ce l'ho, mi fa schifo proprio.
Quartier generale confermato. Prendiamo il quartier.
Biliardo.
Quartier generale conteso. Prendiamo il quartier generale. Quartier generale al sicuro. Resistete il più possibile.
Da dietro, da dietro!
Perché ero senza munizioni ovviamente muoio, però c'è sta modalità di merda e quindi...
Forti, aspetta la prossima ondata.
Come fai a giocare con sto pompa di merda? Ma non vedi che non fa niente quel pompa?
No, poi ci mette anche il silenziatore, quindi...
Nemico. Edificio delle sostanze tossiche.
No, quello è il minimo, gli aumenta anche la portata, ma che cazzo, è lentissimo, non fa danno. E niente.
Quartier generale confermato. Andate! Hanno preso il quartier generale.
Sono uscito.
UAV nemico in volo.
Mamma mia, che figlio. Mi rovino tutte le stat.
Ok, sta.
Cioè, te guarda queste due cazzo camperato.
Generale nemico.
Ah, Yessa Maria. Per carità, per carità.
Posizione sicura.
Adesso un altro stiamo vincendo.
UAV nemico in volo. 10 secondi al prossimo QG.
Stiamo vincendo, ma guarda che partita di merda. Ho 9 kill. Da dietro, da dietro, da dietro. Pare.
Nemico, al centro.
L'MP7 non fa quelle robe, non ha quella gittata. Come fa a uccidermi da quella distanza?
Alleato in... Siamo al quartier generale. Attendere.
Dillo, cioè, o la mamma puttana, ok? Ti danno il pass o la mamma puttana e così sei autorizzato a vincere tutte le battaglie perché Dio ti vuole male, però almeno un po' di
Sì,
compassione.
ma noi siamo fermi a 156 da 10 minuti.
Io non riesco a uccidere quello là.
Prendiamo il quartier generale.
3 volte che gli sparo, 3 volte che mi scappa e poi mi uccide pure.
Conteso. Prendiamo il QG.
Dai, ma guarda quello là sul tetto con il cecchino.
Quello è un'ora che lì.
Quartier generale conteso.
Ma non muoiono, non lo so.
Dai, ma mi sono arreso.
Chiudetela. Disattivazione quartier generale nemico. Quartier generale conteso.
Con una pistola mi ha fatto, cioè.
Quartier generale nemico. Quartier generale sicuro. UAV nemico in volo. 10 secondi al prossimo QG. UAV nemico in volo. Nuovo quartier generale.
Sta arma non fa niente di danno. Non l'hanno potenziata per un cazzo, dai. Dio buono, mi incazzo!
Quartier generale attivo. Prendiamo il UAV in volo. Quartier generale al
Dai! No, basta, dopo questa qui, basta il culo.
quartier generale conteso. Quartier generale
È contesa, c'è dietro di te, dai cazzo! No, non ce la fa.
Forzi non disponibili. Quartier generale
Ne avevo 4 dietro.
10 secondi al prossimo QG. Nuovo quartier generale.
Guarda questo!
Stazione
Quanto cazzo c'ha di caricamento? 50 proiettili, sto cornuto.
Torretta robot nemica attiva. UAV nemico in volo. Quartier generale attivo.
Niente, cioè, di tutto mi tirano, io non riesco a uccidere qualcuno.
Hanno preso il QG.
No, non... boh, cioè...
Non va.
Torretta scudo nemica
Quando la
schierata.
serata no.
No, non è serata o no, serata sì, è proprio la gente di merda. Come fai? Hai un MP7!
Quartier generale nemico.
Mi prende da 7 km, mi uccide.
Generale. Pronti a muoversi. UAV nemico in volo.
Perché solo quando la uso io quella merda fa 70 milioni di marker? Niente. Dai, Ah!
Nuovo quartier generale.
Povero Razer.
Eh?
Povero Razer, sento che lo stai sbattendo.
No, 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 la mano non lo sto sbattendo perché sennò davvero lo rompo.
Ah, io ce l'ho fatto fuori.
Non voglio farlo a tua fine io.
Vabbè. Adesso me lo ricompro.
No. Vabbè, mica era quello della Logitech super sottile. No! Col cazzo che mi uccidi, oh, vaffanculo. Che cazzo, è la quinta volta di fila adesso, dai. Abbiamo vinto noi, sì, succhiatemi il cazzo.
Che bambino di cazzo.
È così che si fa.
Ma perché va in base al matchmaking e stiamo usando il matchmaking mio che c'ho le statistiche con un botto di ore sopra.
Cioè, 13,27, madonna. Mamma mia, che schifo. Io direi che faccio basta, mi sono rotto un po' il cazzo.
Direi.
Cioè, te guarda che roba, sono sceso, ero arrivato a 1,5, sono a 1,4.
Ah, io quanto ho di ratio?
Cosa vogliono giocare?
Alexa, spegni il lampadario.
Nitro is a smoke double flash as well. The few tools of the pistol round, all the more valuable. But you know, it's also valuable's early information. Rain, he jumps past balcony and sees a bunch of bodies barreling up alt mid. And they're not going to stop, not whatsoever. We saw them set a very fast pace towards A yesterday on Inferno. Yeesh, but Rain's inside of the pit. He's got Olaf to lend a helping hand. It's the three of them, plus Coldzera, to really start whittling away the numbers. They've left Nap in an awful spot. That's Nico through smoke.
Yeah, they basically just played Battleship. He had the information. Olaf said back default. Nico started spamming, and you know he's always good for it. That's a really nice round there for FaZe. Liquid could not trade to save their lives. This is not something that you often see from Liquid. Usually they're very ferocious, especially when they're this far up onto the site. Crossing default by the end of it before a kill was even had. But both pit players stay alive. You got to credit FaZe for having just like the appropriate setup on the pistol round there. It was very nice. Even though the smoke comes down at Moto, it's beautiful. It's a very standard round for Liquid on the T side. Yesterday versus MIBR, we saw something a little bit different where they tried to crack open Arch 5 wrapping onto A. They don't implore that option. Maybe it would have been just as successful going up against Cold, who was alone kind of out in the open at Arch, but this time around they try to fight the pit players that are usually the scariest ones to fight, and they can't win the duels as you would normally expect. So a nice pickup here for FaZe, starting off strong.
Couple of flashbangs looking to pop into the A site. They've got to be cautious. They know that backline's compromised with the deep banana control. FaZe Clan already prepared to hit. But Stewie inches his way closer, and here we'll go. This is really the all-in. Curious to see how quickly Nico decides to peek down middle, and whether or not anybody even gets into this bomb site. Rain, handling that MP9, just gets the one kill. Sure, there's a bit of positioning over towards pit, but they're throwing the bomb out, and they do find it into the hands of Twists. A plant would be fantastic. That's all Liquid can really hope for here, and maybe a few more Glock shots connect to the target. That P250 takes one. But that's just it. 2 frags for Liquid and a plant. Nothing to really write home about, but an accomplishment nonetheless.
No, not bad to do on the second round for sure, especially since they weren't able to get it right away. So now they come out with a buy nice and early. It's a good money-making round here for FaZe. They cash out. They got the couple of MP9 kills, and all the guns will jump around, exchange hands. They've got 2 Pharmacies and 3 M4s. 3 SGs, majority SGs for Team Liquid. Decently healthy buy on both sides. Everyone's spending all their money. Could be the first swing of the half, depending on if we see any early saves. And this is the banana flambe. This is the exact kind of situation you want to see for both teams. They're answering each other's aggressions. And it's kind of like, even if you don't end up putting a player there, you got to posture that you're going to do it, because otherwise the other team is not going to use utility in the future rounds. So it's important to try to condition them into expecting a fight, whether or not you give them one.
2 rounds deep, and we take a quick look at the Betway odds. They have flipped to the favor of FaZe. Understandably, seeing as they are at that map advantage. No banana control here for FaZe in the 3rd round, though.
Yeah. Olaf in a position to get smoked out at Arch. Smoke will come from Stewie into B. Don't know how much presence he's going to. It seems like the bombs drop for him to pick it up, so it could be 5-man towards A. Olaf through the smoke. Critical frag. Sometimes this is what it comes down to, man. Your Arch player trying to get something through a smoke.
Yeah, a little spray and pray. It's a decent payday. But Naps does still have himself closer towards this site. If there was anybody on it, then maybe they'd step into his crosshair, but there is no setup from FaZe within the bomb site. They've got that player on Balk and 1 in pit.
Bomb.
Yeah, cheats its way back towards B. Smoke about to fade in front of Stewie. 20-second mark. So it is very much the B bomb site. Olaf's going to try to cheat over, but Stewie, he goes through CT smoke. He is going to skewer this site. The bomb still has to be planted in that last 10-second mark, but Stewie comes up empty-handed.
Oh.
What?
They don't get any of the kills.
Nothing.
They don't. Yeah, they just don't get any of the kills. The thought process is great. They do the most that they can with the information. Olaf gets an important kill that rocks things up, right? It becomes a little bit more sketchy to go A, now that they don't know for sure that, like, there's only 2 there, whatever they were looking for. Here, Stewie on the wrap fails to get that quad player. It seemed like he did some damage, so he might have had an opportunity where he wasn't watching, but he couldn't finish off the kill, and the second guy gets him as well. A number of things go wrong, and it's probably because Liquid make that late round adaptation to try to go back to B with like 20 seconds or so. They can't maybe walk as much as they'd like to. Take their time on the players that trail behind Stewie to come in and work slowly on their entries. But either way, like, yeah, FaZe do a good job of making them make a bad decision, if you will. They're gonna explode through the smoke.
Looks like it. Olaf doesn't really favor himself, but he gets stuck. Oh, he gets stuck on the bricks. That's gonna offer them an opening kill and a weapon. And questions now in the back of FaZe's mind. Awkward timing. Rain tries jumping up onto the balcony. That's gonna cost him his life. And then the timing on Twist, his Mac 10. All of this starts to unravel because Olaf gets stuck on the wall.
It's a domino effect, yeah. That's tough. Olaf couldn't even finish his one kill. You know, the player that jumps across. Did he was trying to leave to go back into CT spawn?
Yeah, he was trying to back up, but you know, on the edge of the arches, there's that little corner brick,
little
these things.
clip rush, yeah.
These little
bicycle,
little petanque, little schmishing.
Right.
How about the
tucked
cleanup?
in the nook?
How about the cleanup? Just brokey.
After a round like that, they needed this because 5 alive on the first rifle round for FaZe Clan. Liquid come back on the eco. They pick up all the guns that FaZe drop off. It's just such an equalizer here to do this on the eco. I mean, you would call it a swing back in a really big way if FaZe hadn't set themselves up so well to take a loss like this.
That one too. I mean, yeah, we talk about how the Olaf frag kind of starts the snowball effect, but
that's the snowball effect, right?
But
you
if
know,
Rain gets
trying to get a new
into
position,
balcony,
yeah, that is the snowball effect. Everyone's making decisions a little bit too late, being in places they don't want to. That's when things look like it's a game of timing. It's all a symptom of that really important kill that you didn't think was going to happen. So now we've got a timeout called
by FaZe. Looking to hello, Olaf.
Yeah, still early days, of course, but not a bad stat line.
Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah,
we saw visual frustration throughout Dust 2 from him.
He had a bad time on Dust 2. Not a good time. That was one of those games, you know, you type GG, but it's really BG.
Yeah. That NPC mask, you know. I cry every time. But he comes into this one, starts to lighten up the server with that AWP.
I'm scared if I'm FaZe because like that just default round that we saw from Liquid where they lose, even though FaZe had 5 up, Liquid did such a great job on the map control. You know, you copy and paste that round, like Liquid will start to pick them up. So we'll see if they try here. It was Molotovs both ways from the T's and CTs on Banana. This time around, it's like grenade usage. Deep smoke here from the FaZe Clan to the bottom of B, and they'll start to encroach. Clear that half wall, peer down this long lane, this very important piece of map control, and also move up and start to find a new home here at the bottom of Banana. Oh, they've actually fallen back. They just want to clear out the logs and the left side, obviously. It's the waiting game here for Liquid.
FaZe know they just kind of inadvertently threw Team Liquid the life preserver in that last round, so looking to pull it in as quick as they can, let them drown out there on the T side.
Yeah, they moved up fast. I mean, we can see them even running. I'm not even sure if they did make some footsteps. Twist working out the boiler. And they start to swing back. Limited map control, limited information for FaZe Clan once again. But they make the rotation.
Yep, calling out the right site. We just gotta hunker down, look to hold. Completely smoked off his Olaf, so it's just the player on second. Orange's brokey. Only gonna be able to find one, but here comes Nico through smoke. Cutting it all down to just Nitro. Sure, he's got that bomb, 15 seconds. Could very well just go for the plant inside of this, desperate for that money. He just wants the paycheck. He's taking damage. Now the desperate attempt at a clutch 2. Can he section off these 1v1s? A well-timed 3-man pinch will spell disaster for him. He has the her health out of everyone, and he jumps right into Olaf. There we have it. FaZe, like you said, just cheating over that third player, completely prepared for the hit.
Yeah.
Had a very successful walkout through CT smoke.
And it was Cold who did see a little bit at mid. I don't know if he had peeked and then called for Nico to leave him. He felt comfortable with just one other teammate at A. But if that's the reason, and like we can see here at this point of the round, he's already looking all the way down mid. And it's Nico to come through with that very critical 2K. Olaf Meister was behind the smoke, wasn't going to be able to peek out again with the op. And Brokey does a great job of getting one kill and even living a little bit longer.
Sure. Again,
We're in a situation where on Inferno, teams are not winning rounds by sitting in the sites. Nico has to come out of a smoke to do that. Brokey is not I don't want to say fortunate, like good enough to get that one and delay for enough time for him to pull off that smoke play. If Brokey doesn't get a kill, they're just going to hold that smoke and kill Nico too.
Of course.
Another situation where, oh wow, it gets so tense like a domino effect. Yeah, Stewie knocks on the wall and someone hits him with a broom back. You're making a racket. Stop it.
That's a tough one for Liquid, being down a man already, being bottomed out for the most part in terms of cash. And hesitant. You know, they have absolutely zero control at the base of Banana. They just keep setting their eyes back towards it, making sure there's not an active flank. But again, they're walking into a bomb site that has the majority of FaZe's members. Two players kerneled up within this site. They try to just fall silent, but they're still making enough noise that FaZe, not going to sweat it, not going to stress it. Yeah. Team Liquid start to toy with the idea of going back.
Yeah, utility's okay. Brokey's looking good. He's got this jump spot. Oh, wow, okay, never mind. I mean, he was, you know, for a second, he looked pretty, but now his entire face has been crushed. That was pretty brutal. Wow,
nice.
Kill through the spray. Matters a lot, too. 3v4, bomb could go down.
Yeah.
Nitro's hands are busy, but no CTs are in a position to push through. Capitalize.
Oh, dangerous. Nitro, though, just throws himself into the back. Now, they know he's over there.
Who wins this, Connor?
Who wins this? FaZe Clan. I think FaZe are going to be confident on their retakes. There's no reason not to be, other than the anomaly of that pistol round. Liquid haven't picked one up, so the last of the utility is out. They know that Nitro's in the depths of this bomb site. There shouldn't be anybody back over there. If they can win the kill over towards Banana, it'd be big. Here come the CTs trying to respond, but it's Twists to seal the deal. I jinxed it.
Yeah, a little bit frustrated. I mean, the only reason I asked is because it looks as 50-50 to you as it does to me.
Right.
You know, they're 3v4, but they have the bomb down. They're in a pretty good spot. They avoided a lot of the craziest stuff, right? Like Nico spotting Nitro. He ends up getting a kill. Nico's waiting for him to cross to the side. A couple of nice kills here from Twist. We should clip that. All things go well. We're talking to Twist in the after show after this is all done.
Right. So
with me and you.
Better start piecing together something for us to talk about.
Yeah, might look at that round.
Here we go. This is the big entry. Obviously, the result of that round, well, FaZe Clan relegated down. What are you up to, Stu? Wah, 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 wah. Stands in the Molotov, burnt to a crisp. And then the Krieg gets picked up. Nico uses that to execute a leash, just haphazardly jumps through smoke. Oh no. If you don't take a pause off of this, assuming FaZe can finish it, it is Tilt City.
Yeah, I might be no matter what. Group up is in.
Good
Oh,
volley.
that could be a free kill. Yeah, they're not even watching it. Olaf gets away clean.
Hello?
And Cold makes it worse. 2 on 5.
Wow.
We saw FaZe do it.
If they win with 5 people up in what was just like a single MP9 at the start of this round, I mean, there's a world where Nitro and Naf just fusion together here and rock FaZe's world. If there's anybody you want at the helm of this, it's Naf in the mix, but Rain gonna play on the edge of the smoke, catching Nitro. Naf's just gonna put that plant down. He's using the AWP to no avail. FaZe with a highway robbery.
My God. Yeah, looking good at every moment. There's one thing where you see like Liquid, they're going through the motions, but in a bad way, like almost on autopilot. Throwing that Molotov into
And not watching.
Cubby and not watching it. Like the Molotov gets the player out of that position, whether you watch it or not. That's useful.
Stu burn forward, thought he was safe between them.
Yeah, there's sometimes where the Molotov spread there specifically,
Yeah.
you can literally get lucky or unlucky whether or not it gets too big. And he didn't have a teammate there to throw a smoke behind him. He didn't have one for himself, or maybe he thought he was just totally fine. But yeah, that's a really, really rough round to lose. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just even in those closing moments, like just watching that Molotov costs you nothing, right? You throw it into the corner in Cubby, you catch the cross, and you have a not a totally winnable round, but a much better round.
Yeah.
You get a kill, which is something.
And it's not like they had anything else to do in that moment.
Yeah, that's
that's the worst part.
Yeah. Liquid will need your help. And oof, yeah. Ohhh not having too great of a game right now. So we saw 1 and 7. 2 and 5 though, the score at the top, the most important one, obviously. Nothing else will matter if Liquid take the map. This is a crazy performance so far from FaZe, and again, they have not beaten Liquid on this map in recent memory.
Setting themselves to do that here at the start of 2020. Nice smoke, but Nico doesn't want to offer himself over. Maybe had there been less pressure, he commits to that peak, but those grenades spooked him. They still have 3 players towards this B site, but we do have Liquid posturing towards A. We've seen this very frequently, just floating around mid. Met by smoke resistance. There's a deep one from Liquid. Flies over towards the arch side. Molly's gonna flush that Opper off of his position. Olaf has to play the bomb site instead. And you start to see this pressure culminate in a call for the rotation to run on over. Utility's still strong for the defense.
Yeah, but they kind of grind to halt here, and they once again go back to what they want to do all the time. Swing back to B after they take top mid, and FaZe are biting on this. They've got 4 rotates out. Brokey once again in the spotlight. What can Brokey do?
Yeah, well, he at least gets behind the smoke, and if he just tucks behind Nubox, then he might be all right. Here's Stewie trying to pressure the Opper. 30 seconds. There is still a world where Team Liquid, off of that one pick, do come charging back towards A. And if they were to do that, they'd find only one player there. There's not enough time for Stewie to flank, so they're just going to try to go all in on this. And Nico, he's boosted. Coldzera gets a kill of it all. And that is going to leave to the man advantage. But Brokey, who from the beginning has tucked to the back of the site, comes in with the execution. And Stewie has no time to win this round. That op is so valuable. Save.
Wow, FaZe looking for Lent. 20-something seconds left, and Stewie starts to get the picture that there might be a player who's left A. There's a chance they could swing back. That's really rough. Once he gets that kill, if his teammates were still there, there's a chance they still pounce on that. But I feel like there's so many moments here. Liquid could be executing on a site where the rotation hasn't quite come in yet, but they're moving slowly enough that FaZe feel like they can read the game a lot better. But you do see that like FaZe are making somewhat blind reads. They're just doing the right ones.
Blind reads, and I mean, I've got to say, like, small mistakes. Liquid, you've got 4 players coming in from Banana. You had nothing but the all-in. There's nobody watching that boost on CT spawn. And the pacing, the gap between players is just too wide that the trade comes late. He doesn't just get one and then trade it. No, 2 frags for Nico there.
Yeah, yeah. And we see that happen too much, right? It's
Way
like
too
one
often.
of the last gimmicks that you have is to like try to get a kill from that boost spot. So often it goes uncleared. And in terms of the protocols, we always see the first player is the one to run across quad. The second, and you try to bait out the shots from the boost. And then the second player is the guy who's supposed to clean that up if nobody peeks. And we see how much it's costing them. Stewie, Rain gets his revenge. Winning that duel versus Stewie coming out of the halls. Just pistols here for Team Liquid, except for Twist.
Yep.
Tough though on the T side. He wants to crack open the defense. He'll have to work hard.
He already watched Stewie die right in front of him. So he will try his damnedest to open up, but a solo Deagle from Nitro tries to charge around arch side, met by heavy resistance. FaZe already having majority numbers over here towards A. This is an easy walk in the park. Just no casualties yet again.
Wow.
5 rounds the advantage for FaZe.
Yeah, definitely. Look, Team Liquid looking lackluster. All of a sudden, looked so much better on Dust 2 despite the fact that they were losing rounds. Here have slowed down, have become kind of molasses in their movement and their rotations. Their decisions have come a little bit more slowly. And we talked about conditioning really early on. I think they really need to be able to throw another fake or throw fakes into their strategies to try to beg one last rotation, because when they fall silent, FaZe seem to know exactly what they're going to do every single time. And maybe even sometimes before Liquid have made up their mind. And it's not because FaZe are doing anything to them. They're not even seeking out information that hard. I think they're playing just hard enough. Olaf in the boiler. Kind of T territory. Interesting new setup here for the CTs.
Yeah, what's this all about?
Yeah, he's fully scoped and fully torqued.
They've rented every room. Apps is theirs. Cold with anticipation, looks to hold, twists, bests him, but here comes Olaf out of boiler. Can't string together a second shot, but remember, 3 players up in these apartments. So Rain does catch one. 3v3, bomb crosses. Plant made easy. But in the back of their minds, they have to remember, Rain is still in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And if Stewie goes in here alone and dies to this, then all of a sudden it's a 3 versus 2 retake on A site. If he doesn't catch him, yeesh, things get harder real quick. Flashing a Molotov as well for Rain. He could just try and fluster a player out of deep pit. Naf, he's committed to the depths of sight as well. Here comes Elige, ready, and he drops one. Loses a bunch of his health in the process, but FaZe trying to commit, know exactly where he's at, and they still have enough time for the defuse.
Wow, yeah, they just get there in the nick of time here, and within a second, they nail it. That's a round 1 easily for the FaZe clan, and it's a round where Liquid come the closest to finding something interesting. They do the contact play up mid. It's versus a brand new setup from FaZe as well that hauls aggression.
And a setup that wins the round. Because if there was just 2 players, if it was only Nico on the side steps and Olaf inside of Boiler, then Rain's not set up to come in with that huge impact. He kills Stewie, he trade frags while still in Balk, and then clearly enables them to flush out Elige from pit, one of the hardest positions to deal with.
I guess we found out who the landlord was after all. Now, Liquid did have their eyes set on it. Twist has had an easy time taking hauls a lot of these rounds. It's not been FaZe to play it all that often. So FaZe, once again, they're such a beat of the situation. As soon as Liquid tries something new, they're already one step ahead and trying something new themselves. But just as you pointed out, huge individual plays make a big difference here. And all eyes on Rain when we talk about that. Nico, 129 ADR, a little bit deeper in this half.
Damn.
When it really starts to get impressive. 6 rounds of difference for Liquid. They've got a lot to do here on T side. And I don't know how many more options they have. They're getting all the map control they want sometimes. coldzera speaking really quickly, calling a bunch of stuff as they explode up mid. Turning up the tempo here are Liquid.
Yeah, they are flying off of their tac pause. However, there's still a player, that's Rain, who's calling all the audibles. He hears these players flush out from A site, and look at them rotate so quickly back towards B. Not to mention Rain, he robs a frag. Man, this guy does some dirty work. Again, the frags that, they don't always make it to the highlight reel, but they win rounds.
Yeah, they don't even move into that next decision quickly enough. Once again, they juggle the rotation, they get it, they get the CTs to move, but they don't act. Now stuck between a rock and a hard place, limited info. They don't even feel comfortable knowing they have top B. That hasn't been enough for them.
Still posturing outside of the A site, but again, in this mid round, they find themselves on the heavier stack site. Rain hopes for smoke to fade. That would give him a smidgen of an angle, and they all line up! Nearly 3 kills for him, but just 2. They can recuperate. But it's gonna be a desperate push up lane. That's all they have to play with. 25 seconds, and Olaf tucked into the back of sight has Cold to help him out. This half, this map has FaZe written all over it.
Yeah, a crushing hold. And there they do it from far back. They're chilling. They have the man advantage nice and early. Man, Rain goes huge with that spray down. Also does like a good amount of damage to the last guy on top of getting the first 2 kills. No problem whatsoever. We've got Yanko ecstatic. Yeah.
My favorite part of slow-mos is the sounds. You know, and they cut that out. Let's go.
That's true. Let's try
Give me
to
the
bring that
audio.
back.
Woo!
Wow. Right in the dick.
Yeah.
Said who picked this map? I think that's a fair question to ask at this point. Yeah, I think that's okay to ask that question.
This is crazy. I mean, listen, we all remember 2019, the player break that had Liquid drop in temperature. Well, 2020 has done them no favors so far. And we thought maybe MIBR used that Vertigo pick and it was just a blip on the radar because once Liquid got onto Inferno, it was the dumpstering we expected. Not the case today. Smokes still in the faces of FaZe, holding confidently here in Grave is cold, no scope, ready for another, but there are trade frags off of the Deagles here, so it's desperate, but it's doable.
Maybe cold's the reason their temperature dropped. They have definitely started to cool off. Wow, that was a really nice no-scope. Okay. Bomb's down. So Stewie has an op. An op is huge, obviously, in the post plant. Could be an easy first kill, but isn't this time around. Jabba Levinowski can't hit that 1D. Stewie will switch to his sidearm and get shot in the side himself. And that's that.
Damn. 10-2. FaZe already on fire and continuing the spree of victories. That's 6 consecutive rounds. 5 of which, of course, of their 10 come by way of defuse. So it's not just been complete and utter shutdowns. It's been FaZe just successful throughout all the portions of the round.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, okay, we got audio.
Okay,
is that
actually,
what you wanted? It's not his sound.
No, let's...
I don't think that's as cool as I thought it would be.
I regret everything I said.
Thank you so much for that, Connor. Appreciate that.
All right, learned a lesson.
Yeah, I mean,
Production, roll it back.
Listen, you talk about, you know, the bomb going down. Like, that's at least Liquid giving themselves a chance to buy all of these rounds, and they're still losing. They can't close it out. Those retakes so good. They've been so good. But honestly, there's just never been a moment in every single one of the rounds where it looks like FaZe don't have the option to either just end it early or go for the retake. They play it safely, and they play it properly, and they always win that way. And that's probably why they've won so many of these rounds. They're not being too hasty.
Yep.
But once again, the most troubling part for Liquid is the fact that they get away with everything they want to. It's as if it's a ghost town on the CT side, quite literally in these halls, looking like Hollywood movie sets in the off-season. There's nobody there. Top middle, all of Banana. It's Liquid's for the taking. That's what we're told is the recipe to win the rounds on T-side.
Dodging flashbangs mid. Dwindling utilities. Dwindling time. 35 seconds, and yet Liquid have yet to arrive on either site, really. A little desperate duo towards the top of Banana here, and Stewie and Nap. They get that pick, but the bomb's not going to come over. Not yet. Keep your eyes on Olaf. He is tucked into the porch on A. They can get all the frags they want, but that's the most crucial one. Rain with everything to do. 15 seconds, and he clears balcony, but that's not going to be enough. There we have it. Team Liquid playing with both sides of the map. And I mean, that's desperate, because if it doesn't go well at B, then they don't sink their teeth onto a rotation, Launders.
Yeah.
And they're just walking into a stacked A site, but it works. At least a third round for Liquid.
Man, they're shook. Oh my god, Snappy's gonna die here. Oh no, wow, okay, Cold Zero had a chance there. Decided to make it a little bit prettier, make it a quick scope.
Just like he's shot backwards, man.
Yeah.
And beneath the legs.
Oh, yeah. Below the legs, yeah. Awkward position. It's 3 rounds. I'll like, you know, numbers are more important than anything. We're looking at like Liquid's confidence looks low, their setups look a little bit, okay, their map control looks great. Their execution, I guess, is lacking. Maybe the timing on their decisions has obviously been a problem. FaZe definitely look very prepared. They get 5, we can talk about a second half.
Sure.
Until that point, it's, you know, it's important to reserve your expectations or prepare to be very disappointed.
Look at this exchange of utility. Banana set ablaze. Ooh, and Nico goes for the peek. That's going to offer an opening pick.
Yeah.
A 5v4 for Liquid to work with.
He throws himself at it like a mercenary, though. There's two people behind him that didn't have the intention of helping out. So wanted to go for that peek. Maybe didn't even expect to get away. But is this going